Good morning, Willie Waffle.
Oh, good morning.
He's been traveling through the area. Of course, on Fridays, Willie does our movie reviews at wafflemovies.com. Before you go to the movies, I've been saying this for years, don't be stupid. Go to Willie's website at wafflemovies.com, and voila.
Well, and can I just say, I am just reveling in glory. I am so happy. I am so proud. I don't even live in Utica, and I picked where that picture is located. That's right, people.
I'm going to say that Willie is absolutely right. He knows.
I have witnesses.
He picked it.
I shocked Manaski and Christine. They couldn't believe that I was the one who got it.
You're the one.
So it's
however, you're not eligible to win, so you're not going to reveal it. But you're right. You were absolutely right. You picked it, and these guys didn't even get it in the studio.
In seconds, he did. Yeah. And we've guessed almost everything that the callers have guessed.
7360186. You want to take a guess? Stephen is on the line in Frankfurt. Steve, what's your guess?
Children's Museum.
Is it the Children's Museum? The answer to that is. All right. I'm told you have two guesses, right?
Yeah, how about the train station?
Hold on, don't say anything yet. Okay, say it. It's out there now. Go ahead, say it.
The train station, Union Station.
Is it Union Station? No, not it.
All right, thanks, Bill.
Hey, Steve, this is an awesome contest, isn't it? This is great. Okay.
How did the guy in Washington, D.C.
for the
win?
week now, okay?
How did the guy in Washington win? Therein lies the question.
That's right.
All right, good question. All right, Steve, thanks. John in Utica, what's your guess?
Yes, my guess is Utica Psychiatric Center, the old state hospital.
The Old Main. Is that what they used to call it, Old Main?
Old Main.
Yeah. I will tell you, not only is it not Old Main, it is not on the complex. Not it. Thanks, man. And Donna is Donna's in Utica. Good morning, Donna. There's a photo up on our website. Have you seen the photo?
I did.
What do you think?
It's the Stanley.
You're going to say the Stanley Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the Stanley Theater? It is. It is.
That's it? Just a ding?
That's all she
We
gets.
have to have a triumphant kind of orchestra or something.
You-
This has been going on all day.
You just want to get credit because you had the answer first.
No, well, that's how I knew where it was. Because how would somebody from out of this area, where would somebody from out of this area go?
Oh, Donna, you are a smart
That
cookie.
is very clever. So that is a picture in the second floor at a drinking station, an old water station, an old drinking fountain, if you will, at the Stanley Theater on the second floor.
Nice.
And the cups, there must have been cups there, and you would discard your old soiled cups. I don't know about you, Donna. When I see the word soiled anywhere in your water, I think I'm in the wrong room. I leave that, right? That didn't go over well. Sorry. Donna, congratulations. Can you use the tickets on Sunday?
Well, if I don't go, my husband and my son will.
Done deal. Sit tight. Andrew's going to take care of you, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you, Donna. She gets it. That is a photo at the Stanley Theater. It's worth, listen, I'll put up a couple of other pictures that I did of this. It is worth looking at the photo because it's beautiful. Isn't that beautiful?
It really is gorgeous. You gotta love old theaters. I mean, they really put all the effort into making them look beautiful, making them show places, making it someplace you wanted to go just to experience whatever was going on in there.
You know, the stairway at the Stanley, that grand staircase, I believe is modeled after the staircase in the Titanic.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it's just, it's really incredible. And I've been through every nook and cranny of that Stanley Theater. We've been up. I was up in where they changed the light bulbs. There are catwalks up there, all before the Stanley was remodeled. And also, when you're sitting there in the seats at the Stanley, it looks almost like, you know, the old bells that would ring at the end of class. Those red bells that would be up there on the wall. On the floor, under every seat, is what looks like a metal bell. And it's face down, and it's painted red because I think the floor is painted red. What do you think that is?
I have no idea.
Anybody on that? There's one under every seat, almost every seat.
With like projection of the music from the stage or something? Or
good guess, not it?
Describe that one more time. What's painted red?
Are you familiar? You see a bell on the wall, like a fire bell, right? It's round, a disc shape, and it's up against the wall, and oftentimes they're painted red or they're brass color. In this case, they look kind of like the bell, and it's face down, and it's about the size, smaller than the size of a Frisbee, but it's about maybe 2 inches deep, and there's a little room, there's a little space underneath each one of them. So they're under every seat in the Stanley. That is the one of the early days of air conditioning. It brought the cool air from down in the basement of the Stanley. It brought the cool air up onto the seats, and that cool air would circulate under your seat. True story.
Semi-geothermal heating there.
I believe that's exactly it. That was free air conditioning.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that's true. Sometimes I make these things up.
I love when Bill. Sometimes Bill will wow you, and then he'll go, "I'm pretty sure that's true."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Meanwhile, there's some historian out there like dialing the phone right now, like, Keeler, what are you telling these people?
No, that's really true. I mean, that's an incredible. That's a really cool thing. And when you'll see them next time you go to the Stanley, look down to your feet, and you'll see these little upside down bells, if you will, on the floor. That is air conditioning.
But more importantly, I'm going to be sticking my hand down there to see if I can feel the cool
feel any air coming up.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that they still work, especially after the remodel, but what a beautiful facility. Anyway, the photo is from the Stanley Theater. And, Willie, you did have it. You picked it right off the bat.
The one thing I've gotten right all week long.
Yeah. All right, I want to talk politics with you a little bit. I'm going to read a message here from a Donald Trump supporter. And it's time to get real, people. It's time to get real people on your show talking about the presidential candidates, not the elite professors and the political pundits, always seeming to attack Donald Trump, which is really an attack on the grassroots voters, and I am sick of it.
Okay. No, I listen. I think there's something to it. You know, the reason Donald Trump is doing so well is because everything seems to be broken right now. Our borders are broken. The economy's broken. You know, trying to get a job is broken. The government's broken. And Donald Trump comes walking in and says, "We're screwed, people. We've got to do something different. What you've been doing for the past couple of generations isn't working anymore." And he comes in as somebody different, somebody who's had success in his own personal businesses. And, you know, I see where he speaks to people. I see where he gets people excited. He has, in a lot of ways, kind of merged the Reagan Democrats and the Nixon silent majority in a lot of ways. And that's a very potent group of folks. I mean, these are people who have seen the rise and fall of America within their own families, within, you know, from generation to generation. These are the people who say, "Hey, I used to have a pretty decent union job and I made enough money to buy a house, and now my kid maybe is going to get a job working, you know, someplace for minimum wage. What went wrong?"
Right. And, you know, you got to kind of wonder, is Trump the guy that can fix it? At the very least, he's saying, this is what's wrong. You can identify. I can identify with you. He really can. I mean, his house is made of gold. Okay,
he's married to a supermodel. His house is made of gold. And he inherited a great deal of money from his father. Yes,
somebody said the other day he has more gold in his house than Saddam Hussein.
Yes,
and that's true.
And we know that's true because he shows it on his own TV show. He's like, "Look at my house. Look at what I've done with all the gold.
I can do my hair from any place in this house. I just simply look at the reflection of my hair in the gold,
and it's classy. It's the classiest gold you've ever seen in your entire life.
It's beautiful, and people love it. So that is it, though. That is that is what people. And what's also interesting is you can't. I hear people say, "What's these conservatives that are conservatives are not supporting Donald Trump?" If you're a true conservative, you're not a Donald Trump person.
No, you're probably out there supporting Cruz. You know, Ted Cruz is really the one who kind of speaks to more of the religious right and to the true conservatives. You know, so yeah, I think, you know, Donald Trump is getting kind of. I think the person who hit it right on the head is getting that middle America support. Is getting that support from people who are just fed up, and they're like, "Hey, what? How could we do worse?" I mean, that's literally
exactly what you're hearing. How could we do worse?
How could we do worse? Let's give this guy who's a businessman who's had international dealings. Who seems to have a little bit different experience than someone like Hillary Clinton. Let's give him a chance. That's the thought process.
I'm a little nervous about that question. How could we do worse? I always kind of wonder, could we? And I'm afraid we probably could.
But I'll tell you what, over the past 10 years, we've seen some pretty horrible things. Let's be honest. We've seen some pretty horrible things since 2001.
Yeah,
okay,
no doubt about it.
And it's a whole other world out there, and it may just take somebody different and somebody new and somebody fresh to pull it off, rather than a lot of these guys who have been staying in office and profiting for their own personal gains.
That's what we call kissing some Trump tail, Jim Zecca. So we hope you enjoyed that moment of whatever you want to call it. Hold tight. Coming right back. If you've been following this Making a Murderer this incredible story of this guy that was thrown in jail not once but twice, and first time said he was found to be not guilty. Second time he gets thrown in shortly thereafter, and he says, "I'm still not guilty. This is all a setup." Is he going to get a new trial? Curtis is on with us coming up next. He is with the Stephen Avery Project, and he just recently met with Stephen Avery. We'll talk to Curtis coming up next on WIBX.